Well, here we are at the Moose Jaw Fire Hall up on Main Street, and of course everyone's heard the announcement that Garth Palmer, after 37 years of firefighting our community, has decided to spend more time grandpaing, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Garth, congratulations.
Oh, thanks very much, Lyle. Yeah, appreciate that.
And you've spent a lot of time when you joined the force, that was like the firefighting department, back in 1970?
1976, I joined the department.
Okay. And what were your ambitions at that time?
Well, certainly at that time, you know, I came off the street, entered the service, had no experience, didn't know what to think, just thought, you know, this is a good, secure job, and I liked the idea. So I joined up and you know, very soon found it was a career.
Because a lot of kids, when they're young, what do they want to be? I want to be a fireman. I want to be a policeman, or, you know.
Yeah, I can't say I had that ambition. You know, I was certainly, I was involved as a reservist in the military. I was in cadets for a long time, so I kind of had the uniform background. That's right, Sea Cadets, yeah, for quite a lengthy time.
Yeah, and your daughter followed you in that.
Well, for a short time, yeah.
So, and you got into the career, and now when you said you didn't have any experience and stuff, nowadays if a guy wants to be a firefighter or a girl wants to be a firefighter, they've got courses and training that they have to come prepared when they apply.
Yeah. Yeah, our minimum requirements are that they have to be a certified level 1 and 2 firefighter. They also have to be a primary care paramedic, licensed in the province of Saskatchewan. So it's been a huge change. Most of that's offered at various colleges, you know, in Alberta at Vermilion, in Manitoba there's a college in Brandon, and there's actually a Saskatchewan college
in Melville.
In Melville, yeah. It's kind of it's an extension of the Alberta one.
Yeah, because I know that the training, and also it's very gender equitable, and because a firefighter is a firefighter, and there are physical requirements as well.
Yeah, certainly they have to all pass a CPAT test, so it's job related. It's a Canadian test that's administered by the colleges, so. Certainly we have 2 female firefighters on our force now, but the large part is male, but they all have to pass the tests.
Yeah. Now you're and rightfully proud of the fact that you're the second longest serving chief of our community. The other guy was 29 years.
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah, one of the earlier chiefs, George Baines, was chief for 29 years, and that's certainly an incredible accomplishment.
Well, you consider, because the progression that you went through to become chief was long and very logical and step by step, and he must have come walking in off the street as a chief.
Yeah, no, I think he did, and you know, then he led the department for, you know, the majority of his career. Certainly I started on the back of the trucks, progressed up to a driver, officer. I spent time as the training officer. I spent time in fire prevention. Went back to school in the 90s to the University of Regina and attained my associate in administration diploma, and then moved up to chief.
Yeah. You talked about being on the back of the trucks. Well, today they ride in the front in the lap of luxury almost.
Well, they certainly ride up front, but it's all about safety.
Yeah, sure.
We rode the back, and that's just the way it was. Mm-hmm. And you know, when the trucks moved up to allow the cab riding, it's certainly law now that they have to ride in the cab. And just as normal riders, they have to wear their seat belts, but it just allows them to prepare better to arrive at the incident. They can have their SCBA masks on before they get there. So.
Yeah, you know, I was up. Have you ever been to the Reynolds Museum up in Wetaskiwin, Alberta?
No, I haven't. No.
Because they have on display there one of the ladder trucks from the 1910s from Moose Jaw.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, we've lost track of where some of our older apparatus has gone. We do have a couple up at the Western Development Museum here now, so it's nice that it was able to stay in Moose Jaw.
And you're not going to end up one of these displays though, too, you know, because like.
Yeah, well, I hope not. Yeah, yeah. That's.
But this ladder truck, Gene Autry, he is a big collector of fire trucks, and he has like 3 from Moose Jaw, and the 4th one is the one he wanted to get from, and they won't sell it to him.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I'd like to
You should go see
check into that. Absolutely. Yeah, we don't have a lot of details in the departments, you know, about some of our earlier apparatus. You know, we have pictures of that, and I believe that's probably the one with the old tiller position where they drove it from the front and the rear of the truck. Yeah. Well,
Make
that's
better
amazing.
corners. You'd hope.
Yeah, yeah. You'd hope. Yeah.
So how many units do we have right now in Moose Jaw?
Well, we have 5 pumper trucks. 2 are frontline service, and then 3 in reserve, and we have 1 aerial tower. And there's 3 in service any given day, so 2 operate out of the headquarters, and 1 from our Lillooet station.
And how many people are you responsible for?
Well, total department is 59. There's 12 firefighters on each platoon. So we have 4 platoons. That's the fire suppression side. We have 4 alarm room operators, so there's 1 attached to every platoon. And then our support staff being we have a full-time mechanic, a full-time fire prevention officer.
Whose name is Garth, by the way?
That's right, Garth Rogers. Yeah, our mechanic's Garth Rogers. 2 Garths in the fire department, so that gets a little mixed up sometimes.
Well, it does. When I tried to contact you the other day, they transferred me to Garth the mechanic. I said, no, I want Garth the chief.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that happens, and then we have, of course, the deputy chief and my admin assistant, who's also the public educator for the department.
So firefighting has changed a lot since during the time. What are things for you that are quite memorable? I know you talked about some of the fires that you've been in charge of, but you know, maybe people, personnel, activities that you've been involved with. What's some of the things that stand out in your mind?
Well, I think, you know, the change has been the biggest, and related to education and certification. You know, as I said, when I started, it was on-the-job training, and not that it wasn't good, it was good. Yeah. But now our people come much more prepared, and in addition to that, we're training our fire officers, every one of them, and I'm proud to say they're fire officer level 2, which is the highest, you know, level of a fire suppression officer should have, so that's good for the community, and that's good for those people.
Yeah. It kind of reflects the quality that the fire department in Moose Jaw has.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah, and there's a lot of, I mean, that was a big issue for me, and it's important, and we continue that. Our people train every day and every night, so. It's to keep all of their training up to standards. You know, they have to be licensed every year as a primary care paramedic, so they have to meet, you know, training standards. We're getting into, we just last year, you know, completed our confined space training for the department, so we have certified people to do that. We're looking at this year doing the high angle training, so. It's just, it seems like it's training, but that's important for the community.
Yeah. Is there a training session for modeling for calendars?
Well, I'm not sure. Yeah, our people are active. They certainly keep in shape. I guess the chief's let himself go over the last 12 years, but we have gyms at both stations, and our firefighters are very active. And then, of course, there is the calendar, you know, tied in with the Saskatchewan burn associations that they raise money for.
And it's a very good charity, and
absolutely,
people, and it's very popular, and it's you know, it's a really good thing. So
yeah,
you know,
no, it's positive. It's positive.
So. I know when I retired, that one of the things I found most that I was going to miss was like the people that I was interacting with on a daily basis. And I'm sure, how you feel about that?
Oh, for sure. That's what I will miss. I mean, right from the department heads at City Hall, it's a close-knit group of people, and we meet every other week, and certainly I'll miss those people. I'll miss my management team here, my assistant Kathy Bassett, and the deputy chief Rod Montgomery. We work close together, and you'll miss the rest of the people. Yeah. Certainly our organization is strong because of our people, so you'll all miss them. But I'm not leaving Moose Jaw. I was born and raised. Third generation Moose Javian, and my roots are here, and I love the city, so I'll be staying.
That's a good thing to have you around, and of course, doing all the good things in the community that you never had a chance to maybe do.
Well, that's right. Yeah, I'm looking forward not just for time for myself and family, and my wife Kim's not all that excited about my retirement, I don't think, but we'll work those things out. She spent many years at home managing the home, so now I can help out a little more, but I want to volunteer in the community a little more and just do things that are positive for our community.
Oh, great. Well, Garth, again, thank you very much for the time you've given to our city, and best wishes for a long and fruitful retirement.
Well, thanks very much, Lyle. I really appreciate that.
Okay, so that wraps it up here at Moose Jaw Fire Station, which is interestingly about 2 blocks from the first one. Yeah. Along the way, it just kind of made me going, really? I guess it was a good location when they decided to make a fire hall up here on the top of Main Street. So thanks to my guests for being on the show today, and look forward to seeing you again soon on Moose Jaw This Week.
The opinions expressed on the program you have just watched are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of this station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.